Welcome to Fairy Animal Stories, your go-to place for heartwarming and emotional humans and animal stories. Every night, as the city slipped into slumber, and the soft glow of streetlights replaced the fading hues of the sun, a small golden puppy, no more than a few months old, made his way quietly through the tall iron gate of Maplewood Dog Park, a once lively place that now echoed with silence and scattered memories after dark. His fur was slightly matted, and he bore the subtle signs of life on the street: dusty paws, a slight limp, and weary eyes too old for his age. But still, he came. He would trot straight to the farthest corner of the park, where a large old oak tree spread its branches like open arms, and there he'd curl into a tight ball, resting his head on the same patch of grass, just beside a worn-out patch of dirt that seemed to hold special meaning. He never barked, never whined, never chased after passing squirrels or reacted to the rare passerby. He just lay there, night after night, in silent vigil, as though he were waiting. Officer Mark Daniels had noticed him weeks ago, during his late patrols through the quiet residential streets of the neighborhood. At first, he thought the pup was a lost stray who'd wandered into the park looking for scraps or shelter. But something about his behavior struck a chord deep within Daniels, a stillness, a sadness, and a kind of unshakable purpose in his nightly routine. He began stopping by on his breaks, leaving small bowls of water and food near the tree, and while the pup accepted them gratefully, he never once tried to follow the officer or show signs of wanting to leave. He simply ate, licked his paw, and resumed his post under the tree. Daniels, who had built a hardened shell over the years as a cop, dealing with everything from petty thefts to fatal accidents, found himself drawn to the pup, inexplicably moved by his quiet devotion. After a particularly rainy night when he saw the puppy soaked to the bone and still curled up in his usual spot, Daniels finally decided he had to do something. He scooped up the pup, wrapped him in an old police blanket, and took him to the local vet, hoping to find a clue about where he belonged. That's when everything changed. The microchip scan revealed the puppy's name, Max, and his owner, a young boy named Charlie Benson, just 8 years old, who had tragically died in a car accident about a month earlier on Highway 47. A slow, sickening recognition washed over Daniels. The Benson case had been his. He'd been one of the first responders, arriving just moments too late to save the boy. It had haunted him ever since. Another tragedy buried deep beneath his badge and uniform. According to the records, Max had survived the crash, but had slipped away in the chaos, never to be found, until now. With trembling hands and a cracking voice, Daniels thanked the vet and sat in his cruiser outside the clinic for what felt like hours, Max curled in his lap, before finally driving to the park one last time. He walked slowly to the old oak tree with Max in his arms, heart heavy and throat tight, and when he reached the spot, he fell to his knees. It was then that the dam broke. The image of the little boy, his mangled bicycle, the crushed minivan, and now this loyal, grieving puppy who had returned every single night to the place they'd shared together. All of it came crashing down. Daniel sobbed, not just for the boy, or the dog, or the pain they had endured, but for everything he had tried to bottle up through years of stoic duty. Max licked his face, gently, as if to comfort him, and in that moment, something deep inside Daniel shifted. He couldn't undo the past, but he could offer the future. From that night on, Max didn't sleep in the park anymore. Daniels adopted him officially and brought him home, giving him a soft bed, full bowls and daily walks, not just through the streets, but through the journey of healing they began together. At first, Max would still pause by every tree, as if hoping to see Charlie around the corner, but gradually he began to rest easier, trust deeper, love freely again. And Daniels, he began to laugh again, to feel again, to confront the pain he had buried so deep. He hung a photo of Charlie and Max on his mantel and placed a small plaque under the oak tree that read, "For the boy who loved and the dog who never forgot." What started as a silent mystery in a lonely park became a powerful reminder of love's endurance, and how even the smallest heart, 4 paws wide, can carry the weight of grief, memory, and finally, hope.